Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into a really profoundly inspiring source. Paulo Coelho's international bestseller, The Alchemist.
Ah, yes. A fantastic choice.
It's a book that, well, it started in Brazil, but it's really touched millions everywhere. And, for good reason, it feels like more than just a story.
It really does.
Mm.
I mean, technically it's fiction, right?
Yeah.
But it sort of crosses over, doesn't it? Lands right in that inspirational category.
Totally.
And the core themes, they're not just stated, they're kind of woven right into the journey itself. Things like destiny, dreams, and maybe the biggest one, self-discovery.
Self-discovery, exactly.
Yeah, understanding your own path and how it unfolds, often in ways you just don't expect.
Absolutely. And at the center of it all, you've got Santiago. He's this young shepherd in Andalusia.
Right.
And his whole world changes because of this dream he keeps having, a really vivid dream, apparently, about hidden treasure.
Mhm.
Way over by the Egyptian pyramids.
Mm.
Now, just think about that for a second. He's got this, okay life. Predictable, comfortable, probably.
Yeah, the shepherd life, simple.
But this dream, it just keeps coming back. And it pushes him, actually compels him to leave all that familiarity, to just go, embark on this huge quest. What does that say about, the start of finding yourself?
Well, it really speaks to that inner pull, doesn't it? That gut feeling, something a lot of us maybe tend to ignore.
Yeah.
Santiago's journey, it properly kicks off when he actually acts on that feeling. And then along the way, he meets all these really wise people. Each one adds something crucial.
Who does he meet?
Well, there's the crystal merchant, very patient guy, teaches him about sticking with things, perseverance, and finding joy right where you are,
Ah, okay. Important lesson.
And then there's an Englishman who's totally obsessed with, the nuts and bolts of alchemy, the literal process.
Right, turning lead into gold.
Exactly. I mean, he's kind of blind to the deeper, more spiritual side of it. And then, of course, you have the alchemist himself, this really enigmatic figure.
So each meeting is like a lesson.
Precisely. It's not just moving the plot forward. Each one is a specific lesson he needs to learn.
And this is where I think the real heart of the book lies. Because it's not just about finding some physical treasure chest, is it?
Not at all.
Santiago's learning these deeper things, like listening to his heart and reading the omens of life, those little signs, and learning to trust that the universe is actually, well, on his side, helping him out when he's on the right track. But what are these omens, really? Are they just coincidences or something more?
Yeah, that's a really key thing the book explores. It presents omens as not random at all. They're like the universe's way of communicating.
Or language.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
A flock of birds behaving unusually, a chance meeting, something someone says. Santiago learns to see these as signals, guiding him, or maybe warning him.
So it requires paying attention.
Deep attention. Cultivating awareness, being present, realizing that, amazing things can happen in very ordinary moments. It's not just blind faith. It's about actively engaging with what's around you, figuring out the messages.
So he's not just following directions. He's learning a whole new way to navigate life itself, using a different kind of compass.
Well put, yes.
And this deeper understanding of himself and how the world works, it leads him somewhere pretty profound.
So what is the big discovery in the end? Because, like we said, it isn't quite the treasure he first imagined.
No, not in the way he thought. The ultimate discovery, the deepest revelation for Santiago, is that the real treasure. It was never just the gold. Yeah. It was understanding and actually pursuing his personal legend. That's the term Coelho uses.
His personal legend.
That's true purpose in life. Yeah. The reason he's here. The physical treasure was almost like a distraction, or maybe a catalyst to get him moving on the real journey, the inner one.
Okay, that makes sense. And that famous line from the book sums it all up, doesn't it? When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it.
Oh, yeah. Everyone knows that quote.
It's a powerful statement about intention, about being aligned with your true self.
That quote alone. Wow. It really resonates. And it highlights why The Alchemist isn't just a novel. It really is a kind of spiritual journey for the reader, too.
Definitely.
It connects so deeply if you're searching for meaning or maybe direction or just, the guts to chase a dream you thought was impossible. And it's written so simply, almost poetically. But the wisdom is profound. That's why it's inspired so many people, I think, prompting them to look inside.
Yeah, it has this timeless, accessible quality. It takes these big universal ideas and makes them feel very personal.
Some might say it's straightforward, maybe, but its power is undeniable.
Indeed. It reminds us that sometimes the biggest adventure is the journey back